Yes, we're at Carroll Park, going up close to Montclair Mansion up on top of the hill, and also looking for cicadas. Every 17 years. Let's look for them, okay? Get close to these trees. Go up to this tree. Take a look and see if we see anything coming out of the ground, going up the tree. The only thing is I've heard and read from my associate friend, videographer, photographer, that they like to come out at night. And here we are at 2:59 in the afternoon, Wednesday. It's going to be right around about 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I don't see anything right now. I don't hear anything either. The need for it to be dark right now is true. Don't see anything crawling. And if needed, I'll use the zoom. Just hold this camera all the way up to the top of my head. And I don't hear anything, and I don't see anything. But we'll keep moving on. We got more trees in the park to look at. Maybe they're at a certain area. So what we'll do, if you've seen some of my broadcasts, I've been at Carroll Park a few times. But what I haven't done is walk up this path all the way over to the back of the park. And let's check the trees along that way. It'll be quieter because we're about 30 yards from the street, from Washington Boulevard. And it can get loud with motorcycles, buses, sirens, bad mufflers. And we'll be getting close to the ball fields, the skate park, the bicycle trail, basketball courts, Montclair Estate. But we're looking for cicadas, Cicada, and then with an S for more than one. So you might be thinking, am I a cicada, a nut, or follower? Not necessarily, but I am now. Only for this time being. And I hear birds. I hear no noises from the cicadas. Don't see anything crawling. So maybe it's too early for this park. I don't know. They're not this close to the ground. They might have crawled up higher into the leaves, higher limbs. So we won't be standing at one tree forever. Trying to hunt down cicadas. Cicadas. I don't see or hear them. Okay? Let me know. All right, there's a Nice man, bearded man with his almost a German Shepherd type dog. Pet owners can walk their dogs as long as they're on a leash. They can't let them run free. They have to be on a leash. And so I told him, well, you might have heard it, exactly heard it because I was close to the phone and I might have shouted too loud into the phone what I was doing because he did look at me. So this was cut. I can smell the cut grass. I don't see anything at the base of these trees. It's my third one. Now we're going up that way, and I'll even check out my Zoom if it's working. I don't see or hear anything, any cicada activity right now. So that it's best to come out at night is proving true. I never doubted my associate, fellow videographer and photographer. I'll leave his name. Oh, I already know it's a male. And that's as far as I'll go. Name will stay anonymous. But you're getting a good look at the trees. Nothing crawling on the leaves. And the cicadas are supposed to mate. Let's look at the bottom of the ground again. Now, I'm not sure if this is what real cicada followers do during the daylight time. But this is what I'm doing, is the first check. We're going to go up that way. You can see it from a distance. It's a little protected area there for picnicking, barbecues, and there's a playground. And we're going to go up that far. And then also get over to the mansion. This is another nice map of Carroll Park, maintained by the Baltimore City Recreation and Parks Department. The ball field. We're going to go as far as up. We're going to go up the hill to Mount Clair Museum House. See it right almost in the middle of the screen, and that's the surrounding diagram of the rest of the Carroll Park. Field House, that's what it's called. We're heading to the Field House, then we're going to go over almost to a westerly direction over to the Mount Clair Museum House. Basketball field. It looks like a soccer field. I don't see too many people playing soccer. But let's keep looking for cicadas. We're not to be here looking for on maps, but we can get this is landscape view too. Hopefully I said it right, so that you can see. I don't see or hear anything on these trees. We're coming out. Okay, we'll go over this big tree. Maybe they like big trees. Big wide trunk. Been here for a long time. Let's look at the full tree. See, that's been here a long time. Extensive tree limbs jouting out far away. There's a big, huge trunk here. Grass is cut. Maybe the cicadas didn't like being disturbed in that pile of grass. I don't see anything crawling up this wide trunk. We'll go to the back. Oh, there's a lot of bugs over there. Stay away from that. And we don't have too many snakes if anybody's thinking about that, but we should have some squirrels or chipmunks coming out. I don't see one. I just hear birds. My volume is up, set up on the HAPS menu. Volume set up so we can pick up birds. And I'll stop talking as much. Yes, I'm here by myself. It's safe right now, more safe than later at night. And I think the curfew time to be in this park is about 9 or 10 o'clock. Still daylight at 8 o'clock. But we're getting a good view of the tree trunks here at Carroll Park. I'm not aficionado of cicadas. I am aware of it, probably more than a lot of the average population, especially because I'm out here broadcasting with a gimbal and a smartphone looking for cicadas. But it's quiet. We're pretty much off the road, more than a football field length away from the main street called Washington Boulevard. Get closer to this one. Not really. Skip that. Tree trimmer. So what am I doing in case you just came in? I'm looking for cicadas. Cicadas. One alone is a cicada. More than one is cicadas. I'm not sure if there's another name for them or in another language. But in English, it's cicadas, and they come out every 17 years, and they're to come out in the month of May. And where are we now? May 19th? So we're past the midway of the month. And I don't see anything crawling, jumping, making noises. They're supposed to buzz around. Here's the gate for the going to the playground. Now you'll notice probably some maintenance needed, but due to priorities in the city of Baltimore's budget, every year some things have to be prioritized, and not everything here has been kept up. But that's especially it could be more said about that from politicians and city workers on the parks and recreation, saying what why things are where they are now. There are many parks in the city, and I'm starting to think now that some parks have more cicadas, quite prevalent moving on around this time at 3:13 afternoon Eastern Daylight Time. So at least if we don't see any cicadas, we're going to see the mansion, historical mansion. I won't get close to that tree. I don't see anything. Here's the playground. Kids are playing. We won't disturb them. How we doing on, yep, reception looks good. Looks like 16 minutes into this broadcast. And then, okay, Molly. Hi, Molly. And then it says ISA Beta Bug has been having broadcast about cicadas. So Molly B at Molly B. Look for Molly B at Molly B. I see the notification comments. That's great. And Molly says that we have a whole lot of them in Pennsylvania. The little gray foxes that hang out in my yard have been eating them. Wow, there's going to be plenty of cicadas for the little gray foxes to feed on, because it's been said that millions will be coming out, and every part of the region that cicadas come out on. Good question. What's the region? But we know that it's in the Maryland area. Molly B's mentioned Pennsylvania, and I would imagine it's in Virginia, Washington, D.C. And I believe cicadas are supposed to have this buzzing, humming, loud. It's a loud decibel. And they haven't come out yet. They haven't done this yet. So the presence, if it is here, is very minimal during the afternoon time. Molly B would know when they're active. They must be active at night. Let's just get a zoom in on the trunk and see if there's any crawling cicadas. I'm sure Maine cicada followers would do something like this. Look at the tree trunks, look at the leaves, listen out. And nothing yet. It's quiet. It's not really been utilized too much. There's people at the playground, children and some adults, more in the shade. A few dog walkers, people with dogs walking. We have a baseball field, but it's not maintained. There's a bunch of, oh boy, I better not show that, but you can see there's no dirt field per se on this field right now. There's a bunch of weeds. It's supposed to be a baseball field. I'm wondering if it goes back far enough in case someone hits a home run, loses the ball in those trees. Well, what do I know? And there's no lack of funds. And COVID, I mean, nobody wants to do that. And here's a picnic area, shaded picnic area, bathroom, and no park benches. Good meeting spot, group spots. So we're going to have to definitely go to Montclair Museum and incorporate this broadcast in the search exploration of cicadas in May 2021, and also finally get into the Montclair Museum. As that sign says, we've got to go not to the left, but to straight. This is straight. That's the way to Montclair Museum. It may be starting to open up finally. A lot of the museums, galleries, restaurants, stores, businesses are going to open up since, but the city is a little bit behind. How you doing? Have a good day. Yeah, I'm hunting for cicadas. Can't find them yet. Yeah, they're at another park. It's my thing. See, cicadas should be crawling on this, but they're not. Don't see any. Don't see any. So I don't know where they are. One could come here just before nightfall and still get in here before the curfew closing deadline. It's definitely either 9 or 10 p.m. at night. Got to be out of here. Can't camp out, can't picnic, you can't have drinking parties, music. Got to be out of here before it gets too late. We do have a lot of places in the city, but I don't know, we're not the worst city in America that has a lot of tents and homeless campouts, encampments. And this would, if they allowed it here, there would be a lot of tents. There's a lot of drive area, a lot of places just park and hang out, go to sleep, picnic, read a book. Some monuments right about there, right there, right there, yeah. Oh, you could look around on the ground for the holes they come out of, but they may be nearby. They're just not out now. Now, I didn't bring along a quote unquote cicada stick or cicada spoon to try to bring some out, or bring any gloves. But they're not dirty. I mean, in the ground, and they don't bite. Montclair's this way. That's where I'm heading to. Few cars around. People either just hanging out. Too much reflection. Here's a better look. More where we're going. We're going to that Montclair Museum house. We're walking around the outside and then look down. I believe they're closed, but we'll find out when we get there. Hope my audio volume is all right. We came from here. Let's see. Do I have my finger showing? Yeah, right here. We came from here at Washington Boulevard and walked along here. There was a ball field to our left. Then the playground where there was a fence. We walked along here, and then we got to the field house. And we're walking, and we're going up this way. Oops, then we're going to go here. So, Carroll Park. And it's almost, no, there's a few clouds in the sky. See the sun? Supposed to be 86. Oh, yeah, there's the building. Here's the building from this side. It's not too photable or video viewable right there, but we're going in that direction. We're going to go up this roadway. This is a parking lot for the Montclair. There's nobody here except for a few cars. So let's go up that way. Trees are not that close, but you do see the trees. And there's no sound of cicadas yet. The cicadas are supposed to be out and about into the month of June. So I'll definitely see them all out doing their thing in the month of June. And you'll hear it. You'll hear more than birds and cars and police sirens and me talking. You'll be hearing them. We'll carefully do one more check right here and see if we see cicadas. Haven't done that in a while. Somebody might be thinking, check the ground. See if you see anything. Look for holes. Look for holes. Now there's other little openings. There's some garbage. There's litter hasn't been picked up completely around it. And look, there's an ant. Bunch of ants. And I don't see cicadas. So Molly B and my media associate are pretty close to what's happening. It's got to come out here at night. Now it's better because they have little red eyes, and maybe they don't like as much light. Now is that a possibility? See, there's the Montclair. We're getting closer and closer. I hear some birds. Back of a warehouse along the track. There's some train tracks on this other side of this reddish building. It's actually right there. There's the tracks. Tracks are going up that little small hill and then flat ground. That's the train tracks. The trains, it'd be, Railroad Museum are going to be coming out soon. Probably not this month, but it'll be in hopefully June, July. They haven't announced it, not that I've heard of. So there's plenty of parking space. So we're going to go up this driveway, and then we'll get the front side or the back side. I don't know if this is the front side or the back side of the Montclair. But we're going to go see a full left to right view. Good landscape view. So let me know, Molly B and my other media associates, when's a good time to come out? Try it again at night. Should I do it tonight? Should I wait a number of days? We'll have to see. Oh, they have old trains. Yes, they have old trains coming. There was actually one or two train engines, Molly B, and then they'll have passenger cars, and they'll hitch those on. They'll have enough to make changes. And I only did the outside of the, when I was going over to Holland's Market, one of my last broadcasts. I don't think it was the last one. Here's an interesting brick block formation, not used, and there's weeds on it on the top. What was that, a well? Was that a garden for Montclair? That's the question. There's some steps. Trees are growing out of it, but look at I have to hold my thing steadier. How close can I get to it from here? That's about as far as I can get to it. See the brick formation. Bricks, rocks, blocks. That's part of Montclair. Somebody's got information on that. But here we are, going up this way. It's blocked off from traffic. A wheelchair, a baby buggy can go up this. Bicyclists. It's part of the Maryland Civil War trails. You can get more information about Montclair by going to the Maryland Civil War trails. And they should probably have a segment on the Montclair Mansion by looking at Maryland Civil War trails. There you go. Now on the left side is generally the north, I'm going to call it for now the northeast facing. Molly B loves old trains. Molly B, I'll try to let you know when I can see some trains, because they do have many, many trains in the B&O Railroad Museum, and you can see pictures of them, but they're not running right now. I was saying, though, the left side is generally the north and northeast side of this building. That's what it's facing. And then, of course, to the right is the west, southwest facing. The sun sets this direction over near the Montgomery building, and the sun comes up about this direction, and it goes from this side to this side. Let's get closer to Montclair. I don't know what they had here. They must have had a horse and carriage landing. Come up this far to get out and then walk to the grand entrance. Now the gate is open. And so we're going in. But we have a little plaque over here. Let's get to the plaque first, because it's going to tell us what we need to find out. It's called Montclair. As we're walking, that's what we are. There's like a little asphalt walking way. But this needs to be a little bit washed down. I don't know if we got sun glare, but where are we now? Here we are. Montclair. I can read it, part of it. In 1760, Montclair was built as the, what does that say? Summer home of Charles Carroll, barrister. Montclair was the center of Georgia Charles Carroll's 800-acre Patapsco River Plantation. The estate supported grain fields and grist mills along the Gwens Falls and orchard and vineyard, racing stables, brick kilns, and a shipyard on the Middle River branch of the Patapsco River. This information is by the National Underground Railroad Network to Freedom. You can check the internet on that. And here we are at Montclair Museum House. And then this speaks about, at the time, slavery, Carroll's family and his wife, the Tillmans, were among the few slaveholders in Maryland who owned large plantations, and 100 enslaved persons. They were not only involved in typical agricultural and domestic work, but also industrial jobs at the Baltimore Iron Works, an industrial company that produced pig iron, in which the barristers was part owner. Documentation on the life of the slaves at Montclair during the colonial and early federal period, 1760 to 1817, of Charles and Margaret Carroll has been found in letters, wills, and local newspapers. And here's a part of a newspaper. It's hard to read, it's a little bit blurry. Typeface is going up. I got my head in the way, look at that. Okay, so that's what it is. Montclair, July 10th, 1780. Ran away from the Subscribers Island plantation in the mouth of, I don't know about that. Okay. Got the glare. I gotta put my sunglasses on. This larger area talks about industrial slavery, about the manumissions. What's a manumission? Manumitted. It's a term I'm not too. Oh, individual Maryland's freed or manumitted thousands of enslaved African Americans by individual voluntary acts recorded in deeds and wills, balancing economic necessity, religious, and moral. Okay, can you see this picture? It picture tells a lot of words. So let's move on. A little bit hard. It might need to be washed, or some heavy rain needs to wash that down. It's a little bit glary, but I'm sure that they will give you more information at the National Underground Railroad Network to Freedom. Okay, in Montclair, probably has the plaque on their website. Let's get back to the entrance and walk around the outside of the building. Nobody here except for me right now. There's a car over there. Maybe a well. Yes, thank you. I see a road trip hit there in my future. Yeah, Molly B, sure. People are starting. I know some people just want to see maybe some of the nightlife that we do have, and that's probably all I can say is Harbor East right now. And then those who want to see a lot of historical areas of Baltimore, this is just one of them. And Molly, it's really close to the B&O Railroad Museum. You can get both of them within hours, depending on how long you take to visit each one. Plus, there's so much more in the area. Now we're walking up these steps. These steps, I wouldn't say that. Maybe these steps are original. The ones on that side, I don't think so. Let's see where I got this. Yeah, we're down. take a look at the outside of Montclair. Architecture experts can tell you a lot more about the material and the types of windows at that time, the pillars, but it's definitely colonial. It's it's symmetrical, and there's a wall plaque where we got to go and read. And hopefully I can walk around. That side looks a little bit level. There's two wall plaques. This one has got the historical information on it first. Okay, for those who can't see it or don't have vision, there's like a brass metal wall plaque, and on top it says 1754, and then in the middle is like a state logo with flag, Maryland flag, and people standing, and then onto the right side is 1914, 1754 to 1914. Then it reads, Montclair, this oldest colonial structure of Baltimore was built in 1754 upon the estate known as Georgia Plantation, in quotes, by Charles Carroll Barrister, 1723 to 1783. He was born and passed away. One of the foremost patriots of the Revolution, author of the Maryland Declaration of Rights, and active in the preparation of the first Constitution of the state. At this house, Washington, Lafayette, and others prominent in the Revolutionary period were guests on their journeys between the northern and southern colonies, erected by the National Star-Spangled Banner Centennial Commission, September 12, 1914. Somebody want to take a screenshot? I'll move back this way. There's some lighting there. Oh, there's a shadow. It's just my phone. Okay. Yeah, I'll hold that for 5 seconds. There we go. All right. Now over here on the left side of the door is Montclair plaque. And it reads, Montclair has been designated a registered National Historic Landmark under the provisions of the Historic Sites Act of August 21st, 1935. This site possesses exceptional value in commemorating or illustrating the history of the United States, U.S. Department of the Interior, National Park Services, 1970. And here's the type of the surface. There's some blocks that go over the door. The landing, the pillars, everything has been renovated or has to be repainted and redone, but they're probably going to need some attention to it real soon. And this is the view of looking out right from the landing steps towards the well and the statues of the lions right there. Let's walk over here and see if we can get out to the outside and check it out. And there's still no cicadas, of course, right here. There's not too many trees. Here's something that someone will tell you what this is about. It's in a, not a trapezoid, but it's probably original right there. But we'll go across it and get over on the side of it. Some gravel stones right here. We're gonna go this way. Hopefully it takes us to the other side. There's the steps that goes down there. Here's another sign right into the sun. Another explanation, Mount Clair. It's an outstanding Georgian mansion. That's why it's called Georgia. Built between 1754 and 1768, home of Charles Carroll Barrister. Similar, Declaration of the Rights. His wife's name is Margaret Tillman, Tilghman. Margaret made a center of enlightened colonial living and the heart of flourishing plantation, which supported wheat fields, orchards, racing stables, flour mills, brick kilns, and a shipyard. Since 1977, subject of a major archaeological investigation into the life of the Tidewater region between 1750 and 1850. Here's a picture of Margaret and Charles, or a painting, but then a picture. It was painted. Oh, and this is an explanation of what each side is. We don't have to look it up on the, where is it at? Sun is bright. Yeah, this is, to the left is the orangery. Oh, no, well, this is facing out to Washington Boulevard. So this side that has this plaque is the orangery. Then there's a shed. There's an office wing. The main house. There's a kitchen wing. The ice house and the wash house. Okay? I believe that's looking on the side we're walking to, not on the side we were. And then William Donald Schaefer, mayor, very notable in the city of Baltimore, put his name on this plaque, and it's by Baltimore City Landmarks. Ring the bell, I don't think they're in, but that's probably how to get into the museum. Let's get down these steps, hold on to the railing just in case there's anything that breaks. Like I don't want my leg or the bricks falling down. And there's not too many mosquitoes or black bugs right now. And this is where the walkway ends. So I'll have to go out on the grass. I'll be bringing up. This is supposed to be probably the orangery. The orangery. What is the orangery? We'll have to look that up. Yeah, Molly, we all have to Google it, what the orangery is. And here's the top on this orangery side, which is the west side of the building of Montclair. And we're going over to the east side into the main hall. We'll have to walk across here. This is has not been cut, and we might even see some type of maybe a small animal come out. I'm not worried about it right now. And this is the widest view I can get from how close I am. you get probably a wider view if I was down there at Carroll Park on the grassy area. But this has got to be the main entrance facing more east. East. This is east facing side. Sun would come up on this side. The city of Baltimore over there, which is a little bit like northeast. East right over there. Beautiful view of. Well, I'm going to take a still picture of that before I leave here. But Baltimore is that far away. 1 mile, not more than a mile. Maybe a mile and 1.3 miles, guessing. I'm going to walk carefully on this overgrown front lawn. See, that looks over to the park over this way. That's towards the and now I take it back. Is that the south? That's got to be, yeah, south. That might be south. Somebody's walked this, or an animal, because I see some pulled down area. The windows are closed up. Nobody's here right now. They're not open yet. Hopefully in the summer. That's all I can say about it. But this looks out down onto the Carroll Park. And we're at Montclair Mansion, which is on top of the small hill at Carroll Park in Baltimore, Maryland. And maybe this was the ice house or whatever. Okay. No mosquitoes coming at me yet. I don't feel anything. Haven't gotten bitten. This looks like somebody cut this area. That's looking out over to the Maryland Transit Authority and a major highway. It goes in and out of the city. You can probably see it over the building. Let's get as close as I can. You might see cars driving. I don't have that close of a zoom, but over there, there's a bridge and there's cars. Okay. So that's the extent of it. And sometime I'll get over to the B&O Railroad, but it's not going to be today. We're approaching 3:51. It is 3:51 in the afternoon. And it definitely feels like 86 degrees Fahrenheit. So we had a very nice spring day. So sometime in the future, they may allow me to have the camera on inside and we'll get some more information. And this was supposed to be a walk of cicadas, and I'll have to wait until some other time. Hi. Here's the side of the building. This is more the east side, I believe it is. Looking over to the, okay. There is another visitor here, so I'm not by myself. There is a nice little statue. See that? I gotta wait. Now there's a statue to get to sometime. Can't tell what that is. near the railroad industrial area, which is right there for Molly and others. There's an art gallery there. There's a information. There's a shop too. You can buy things, Molly. And you're welcome. I'm doing this off the cuff. This is a little bit of interest in our city of Baltimore, and it's that far away from the city. And I'll leave you in about 5 more minutes. What I'm going to do is walk back over there and end it of the viewpoint of the city, because I'm going to take a still photo of it as well. Okay. Looks like there's a camera right here that's probably guarding the utilities. But here's the shot that I want to get to. I could put this on my photo circle. Got to get over so that we can see most of the building. The city skyline. That's about it. I'll get as close as I can for you. Here we go. Here we go. This is the shot I'm going to try to get. Now with my other hand, I'm going to open up this other camera. What's wrong with this now? Oh shoot. Power went out. Looks like it. Alright, I can't take a still picture with this other camera. Guess I didn't power it up. There it is. Oh, good. Let me take a quick picture of what you see is what I'm going to try to get. I got to get it closer. By that time, I'll be already at an hour a minute. Sorry about the shakiness. I'm trying to use both hands. And what I'll do is hold this still camera right over the phone and get this picture. Get a couple shots in. From left to right, Lord Baltimore Hotel is right in the middle. The one with the flag is the Schaefer Tower. Same as William Donald Schaefer Tower, named after him. To the left is the University of Maryland Medical Center, Schaefer Tower, the big obelisk, one is and then over to the right is the Transamerica building. Used to be the UF&G. Get a little bit closer. A couple more shots. I'll move your camera. Sorry about that. And we're at about an hour's worth. So I hope you liked it. And I'll be out and about every once in a while. I'm not like ones that are out every day. But I am watching other broadcasters. I really like what you guys got. And I do outdoors. Very seldom will you see me on an indoor broadcast. Let's get one more picture and then I'll let you go. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care for now. This is Gene, doing 1 hour, and we'll find the cicadas eventually. I might do a night broadcast, close to home. I don't want to get in trouble and get stopped in the park. All right, bye for now.